Hello friends, welcome to yet another season of Swasth, the doctor's approach to holistic health. Dr. Neetika Modi and I this time decided to delve inwards to find the very core of our consciousness.
Aaj with Dr. Chopra, we are trying to achieve a complete union of the body, mind and spirit in conversation with someone who's known as the divine soul. Sister Shivani is going to grace us with her presence and give us a bit of enlightenment on these difficult topics.
The meditation doesn't mean becoming thoughtless, because you cannot become thoughtless. You can create one thought, hold on to it for a longer time. So basically starts increasing the space between the thoughts and creating the right thought. When it comes to children, if you start meditating at home, you are changing the vibration of the house. When you start changing the vibration of the house, they are getting influenced. They will be stronger than what they were before you were meditating. घर में एक दिया जलना होता है सिर्फ. एक दिए से दूसरा दिया, से तीसरा दिया, से चौथा दिया, घर में दिवाली आ जाएगी. So वो दिया means the power to give.
Let's talk about pratyahara, that's withdrawing of the senses. Which amongst all our senses is the most easy to control first? I'm sure there's a way a person moves towards conscious living. So pratyahara, which is withdrawing of the senses, kahan se shuru karte hain? Like, is it with food that you begin to control that? And how do we gradually reach a state where we control our senses and the senses don't control us?
More than calling it withdrawing, we say mastering the senses. ये कर्म इंद्रियों पर आप मालिक बनकर, which means you see only what is right, what you want to see. Not that I didn't want to watch, but yet I watched. Some children will sit with the phone after they finish all their studies and they'll say, just 15 minutes time, and 1 hour has passed. So then that's when I lose that power. So it is 5 sense organs. 3 subtle organs is man, buddhi, sanskar. Even that is not going under my control, right? So the easiest one to start is with food. So khan pan. And also because it has a very deep effect. If I am eating lower vibrational food and I think I can master the mind and remain in that higher vibrational state, because that food will have an effect. It will have an effect. So food is the easiest one also. If I say I want to restrict what I speak, what I don't speak, it will take little time. But what I eat, what I don't eat is easier to do. It's definitely easier to do. And that's why in the culture of Bharat, we have fasting, we have on this day, we will eat this, we will eat it. It's actually creating that restraint in our life. So food is definitely the easiest one to do. In today's time, people can do with technology also. Restrict your technology time. Like we used to do as children, restrict TV time, so restrict technology time. Restrict what you are consuming from technology. So sometimes it's not about I'm using the phone only for an hour, but what did the child consume in that 1 hour is what is very important. So restricting the quality of content and of course duration of content consumption.
How does one do that? I mean, they are directly connected to the outer world, to the cloud, and they have all sources of information. How does a parent, as a parent, do I control what content is going into this?
It's a habit that has to be created from when they were kids.
Childhood.
And we see that even in many homes, even today. I meet so many parents, but the children are really small right now, and they say no, they will get the phone only for 1 hour on a Sunday.
Lovely.
Even today, they're doing that. So they will sow the seed of that restraint at this age. We can't go the other way around, that we didn't do it earlier, and then at the age of 10 or at the age of 15, maybe then also they can do, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be a little tough. But those who've done it from the earlier age, it's easy because they know only that method. For a child, it is whatever you teach them when they're young, then they know only that as their life. So when they grow up with, okay, only 1 hour on a Sunday, then that's their life. They have grown up with that, and as they grow older, it will be 1 hour daily. Then gradually it will be 3 hours daily. So you don't give it all in the beginning, and then you give it gently. But if you give everything in the beginning and then you try to take it away, so taking away anything from a person is going to be difficult. But when you are giving, so the child is going to be happy, oh, I used to get it only for 1 hour every week. Now I'm getting it for 1 hour daily, so it's a lot of happiness in that. But I was getting it daily, and now you're telling me only 1 hour, so there's going to be a tantrum for that. So it's about not giving it all and then taking, but by giving it gently with self-discipline.
And then we move from food and thoughts.
So with food, water, sleeping habits, and I personally feel telephonic conversations now, because we talk since the time we have this in our hand. Our restraint on how much we are talking is also, so you can try it on any step. See, change happens either from inside out, or you can also do it outside in. So mourn for a few minutes every day, silence. So it could be in the hours in the beginning, it could be 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. At the Brahma Kumaris, we do silence the entire day also. Some of us do silence for an entire month also. Being in activity, managing the centers, taking care of everything, but mourn, we will write it out. So it's just practicing that this is going to do what I wanted to do. It's not that I want to do something and this is doing something else. So at least we can do for half an hour every morning, an hour. And then that would also mean not getting up and just typing, because that's also like talking only. So simple, everybody will do it as per whatever is their lifestyle. But any kind of restraint is actually increasing willpower.
What is the biggest enemy of my soul, my mind, my consciousness, my intellect? Summing them up as one.
See, ego, not knowing that I'm a soul is the problem. Not knowing I'm the soul and thinking I'm only this body, I'm only this relationship, I'm only in this role. So ego is attachment to a wrong image of myself. The true image is I'm this, and the wrong image is I'm this. This is all important, but it's mine. It's not I. So when I know I'm a soul, then I know I'm eternal. Then I know that the only thing that is permanent is sanskar and karma. So automatically my priority will change. But if I think I am a role, then my priority is only the achievement. Then I feel I have to do everything and this is what is success. When I remember I'm a soul, I know success is first right karma and then coming into achievement. So basically everything changes just with the right consciousness. When I think I am a position or a role, then I look at people as higher to me or lower to me. When I know I'm a soul, I look at everybody equally. I know this is just a role, but otherwise we are all equal. My relationships start changing. When I know I'm a soul, I know this is my costume and I influence this body. But when I think I am the body, then I'm only working on perfecting and making the body beautiful. When I know I'm a soul, I'm working on perfecting and making the soul beautiful. So literally, it's a change in every aspect of life, only because I forgot who I am. So imagine life if we had to forget who we were. So how would it be? That's the kind of life we are leading. Yeah.
I think that will be bliss. You didn't have to.
So that's the old. So just not know. इसीलिए कहते हैं ना, who am I? ये question answer हो गया, तो life सारी change हो जाएगी.
Yeah, the seekers, the wisdom, wise people.
That's who am I?
Yeah, who am I?
मैं कौन हूँ?
And actually all this is so scientific, लेकिन general perception ये है that being a student of science, being a doctor, how can you even believe in this kind of a philosophy? How can you even believe? ये सुनने में आता है हम लोगों को all the time, but I feel the more you understand spirituality, the deeper you understand how it is connected to science.
So you don't need to believe it. You need to experiment with it. आप experiment करो and then you will experience the result, then make it your truth. Till then you just take it as somebody else's belief system. If you trust that somebody, if you're seeing the result of that belief system in someone else, take it up and experiment with it. What do you do with a diet? Somebody else comes and shares with you a new diet. You just watch a video and you say, "Acha, they are talking about this diet." So we take somebody else's belief system. We are getting convinced by what they are saying. Then we experiment with it. If it works for me, then it's my truth. Till then it was only their truth. So similarly, you don't need to just say, okay, this is the truth. You take it, you work with it, you experiment with it, and because it is the eternal truth, so it works for everybody. But don't call it your truth till you've worked with it. So it's very scientific. Science also doesn't accept anything without experimenting. Yes, also we have to experiment. As simple. You will get the result. After that, you can stand alone against the world and say, this is my truth. You don't want it, your choice. I have experienced it. So then you will be able to say it with that conviction. If you just listen to someone and say, this, tomorrow somebody else will come and will change you. So don't just take it up because somebody else is saying it. Take it, experiment with it, experience it. Then that becomes your truth forever. And then I have started my journey like that. I thought what is all this? There's no logic in all this. That's what I said in the beginning, 26 years back. Because my mother was going, so she said, aap bhi chalo. First of all, I didn't find the need for it. Because 26 years back, all these words, stress and all this was not there. As long as you were doing academically well, life is perfect for you. So I was doing academically fine, so life is perfect for me. But because she started experimenting, then you want your children also to benefit. The more she said, the more I said I don't want to do it. I really was not finding the need for it. It was just her influence. Now that that time I didn't understand, but now I understand that it's in the air because she's doing it. It's in the food because she's cooking. So one day I only just said, I also want to learn. Even today I keep thinking what happened on that day, so nothing happened. But just because it's in the air. Because it's in the air. That's how we can influence people. It's in the air. So then I started and then I thought this was not logical, that was not logical. I was trying to find logic in everything and I wanted proof, not even logic. I wanted proof in everything. And that sister was very sweet. She said, proof nahi kar sakte hum. I said, so doing engineering, everything mein proof hona chahiye, everything mein proof hona chahiye. So it went through a long period of struggle, looking for proof, looking for evidence. They were not able to prove it. So then finally I said, it's like either you give it up because you're not understanding anything, or then just experiment with it because everybody around you seems to be benefiting from it. So I only did it because I thought it might be an opportunity lost. Okay. Because everyone is saying it's good. So let me just do it and see it, even though I'm not finding it logical. Not even logical, not finding evidence, basically. So then I just started it as an experiment. It doesn't take more than a month or 2 months.
You found your life's purpose?
Purpose, there's no such thing as life's purpose. I feel whatever we are doing, the purpose is here. The purpose is not here. Again, we look for life purpose here. I did not know 26 years back that I'm going to be doing this. So this is not planned. Nothing is planned. So, but if you're taking care here, then you're just moving with the flow, how things are coming, and you're just flowing with that. If what you've planned happens, very good. If what you've planned doesn't happen, you're equally happy. Because you know that whatever is happening is for your good because you've sent out the right energy.
That was acceptance then. You have to surrender.
That is surrender.
Surrender.
That is surrender. And that is a very beautiful life. That's a very, very beautiful life because then what happens is more than what you would have planned. It's more than what you would have planned, but more important is you're not struggling with it, you're not resisting it, you're just flowing with it. So,
is it applicable in any relationship, every relation, you with your God, you with your spouse, you with your kids? Surrender.
Surrender means that I am not thinking what I want to do. I am just working on myself with the faith that the higher I work on myself, what I have to do will automatically start benefiting out of that because it is Sankalp se Srishti. So I am not working on my Srishti, I am working on my Sankalp, which means I am not watering the tree, I am watering the seed. Because I know if the seed gets watered properly, the tree will automatically be taken care of. So less hard work, easier. Just water the seed, nourish yourself. The tree will automatically grow that way it has to grow. So that is surrender. So surrender doesn't mean that I'm doing what you're asking me to do, whether it's in any relationship. There it's acceptance. There it is acceptance, that you're able to accept their sanskars, you're able to accept. But that doesn't mean we will do exactly what they're asking us to do because it has to be the right karma for me. Now I will not do what is not right karma, even if everyone around me wants me to do it. If it is not right karma of the soul, I will not do it for anybody. Not do it for anyone, that's for certain. So it's not surrender, I'll do whatever you'll ask me to do. No. Now I'm doing what I'm learning. So that learning is of the right karma. So surrender there. Acceptance here.
It's achievable.
It's a journey. It's a very beautiful journey. It's not here and then here. It's here like this. But you will start experiencing it as soon as you start the journey. Imagine going up the hill. You're driving to a hill. Let's say from Bombay you're driving to Mahabaleshwar. You'll reach the top after 3 hours. But doesn't that beautiful journey start right from the beginning? So the whole journey is very beautiful, and then you're reaching where you're reaching. But that journey of that hilly terrain is right from the first step. So you will start experiencing that surrender, that compassion, and then reach a stage where you can say, I can surrender so much. So that level will go on changing. But the experience will start right from the beginning. For me, 15 years back, that seemed the best experience. Now I feel that was nothing. You see, it's like that. But at that moment, that was the most beautiful thing. Then 5 years back, I thought that was the most beautiful thing. But now in comparison to that, I feel, no, that was simpler. So maybe what I'm experiencing now, 2 years later, I'm going to experience something more. As far as I just keep taking care on my journey of right karma. Then that vibration will keep rising, right? So if I'm here, I will not reach here. I will go like this. But you're on the lift, you will go like this, but you've already started moving upwards, na? So that's that journey.
So to become a higher being, to become as wise as are, which is probably not possible for mortals.
No, why? 1 minute, why? Mortal means we are all the same, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Do you really have to give up everything to achieve that level?
You don't have to give up anything.
No.
Except, of course, right lifestyle. Yeah. Like give up means, so then I gave up non-veg I used to eat before. So that way, if you call that give up, but that didn't feel like giving up. It didn't feel you were giving up anything, because what you were benefiting was so high that now I look back and I say, like, how was I eating? So it's not what I gave up anything. It is like, how was I eating? That is the question mark now for me. So that way, then we don't give up anything. So everybody coming to the Brahma Kumaris is staying at home. They don't have to wear white color clothes. They're wearing their colored clothes. They're going to work. They're looking after their family. They're looking after their children. They are achieving, and achieving more than their capacity, because now they're able to do it with a higher intuition increases, clarity of thinking increases. So outwardly, you won't feel that they've lost, left anything. But inside, they've been leaving their vices, their weaknesses, their waste thoughts. So that innate journey. And for that, what are they doing? Just meditation and daily spiritual study.
So how can we grow spiritually and yet maintain our relationships with those near and dear to us who are not growing at our rate of growth?
Everyone uses their own method to do it. Ideally, it is, don't force it on the other person, first thing. Just because it's like a diet, no? When we change a new diet, we want everyone to start using that diet. Someone might accept it easily, others might resist. So, first thing we need to do, even if you've got the best thing on the planet, it's only your experience yet. So you cannot enforce that on someone else immediately and say, you also do this, you also do this. So first focus only on creating the change on yourself. Don't try and create that change in everybody else around you, because that is something that creates that chaos in that. It's, those initial few days, few months, which is all that transition period. And then everything starts settling down. But we are so excited by everything that we've got that we want everyone at home to get that first. So first is just focus on your journey. Take that little time first to reach your conviction, to make that your truth, to not just be do this, but to have internalized that and seen the benefit in you. The easiest way for other people to see is when they will see the change in you. So allow them to see the change in you on the journey. If they want, they will join you on the journey. But don't try and push other people on the journey. That's what creates the issue. Secondly, work on the change here. Don't work too much on the change outside, like I won't go here, I won't do this, I won't do that. That is what creates more of the chaos. It is not about where you're going, what you're doing. It's about who you are here, where you're going there, doing what you're doing there. So suppose you and your spouse were partying every weekend, and now suddenly you're going to say, I'm not going. So that person, how is he going to go alone? He obviously enjoys going with you, right? So you don't need to create all these drastic things in your beginning journey. So you go, but when you're going to take care of what you're eating, what you're drinking, how you're conversing with people, and how you are maintaining your vibration even while being there. So you go with him, but you take care of your diet, you take care of what you're eating, drinking there. Your conversations will now not be gossip or talking about other people. If you have nothing to say, you're comfortable even being silent. So you create that inner shift. You don't necessarily always have to create so many changes. We try to do things very fast outside, which is going to impact the other person also. So work on all that which is internal. That vibration radiates to them. When they see the change in you rather than the do's and the don'ts, they really appreciate your new lifestyle. Because when you create a change within you, the relationship starts changing. The conflicts, the arguments, the differences of opinion, the communication breakdown, all that is over. And when that is a gift to the family, then your little things, if you say, I don't want to do this or I don't, they are fine with it. But if you do it the other way around, that you still have not created change in yourself, but you're saying, I won't go here, I won't do this. So they'll say you have so many restrictions, but you are the same. You're still getting angry, you're still getting hurt. So what is the purpose of your meditation? That's when it goes wrong. So work on internalizing, take your time, go where you're going with them, do what you're doing, but maintain your maryada, your lifestyle habits. And then it becomes very easy, and generally other people also start getting influenced by your vibration. That always happens.
Hari, the takeaway from all this is that a sound mind leads to a sound body and a sound life. Thank you very much for your wisdom, sharing it with us.
I'm learning from there.
Yes, that is what's going to be my last question. Where do you get this inspiration? Where does all these voices come?
No, we study daily. So Brahma Kumari started in 1937. Dada Lekhraj, the founder, he got divine visions, and then he got that wisdom, and he was used as an instrument by God to give that wisdom, and all that is recorded. It's called Murli. So that Murli we study at the center daily. So it's God's words given through that human medium, which we study and we practice meditation. So it's a daily study. So 365 days of the year, we have that 1 hour study in the morning. That all goes into the system, then it comes into your practice, then it becomes a part of your life. Then it's easy to talk about what you're living. I think that's just natural.
That it is.
Yeah.
You talk about what you're living.
Yeah.
And have you felt the touch of God in all of this? Have you felt that power?
That is only what is meditation. Most of my decisions are taken only that way. All my major decisions appear very illogical sometimes that time, but it's just that. Yeah, but that if you sit at Amrit Vela time between 4 to 5 a.m. and surrender and sit with that thing, it's a communication. It's like we communicate with each other, telepathic communication. So so many times you will say, how did you answer? How did you know I was going to ask? Because you had already had that thought on your mind. So it's a telepathic communication between two souls. So why can there not be a telepathic communication between the soul and the Supreme Soul? It's an easier telepathy because one side is always free. We are entangled. But with two human beings can also have telepathy with both being entangled. So why a human being cannot have a telepathic connection? So that is Raj Yoga meditation. That is what we learn at the center. And everybody is able to do it. It's not that a few are able to do it. Everyone's able to do it. They just have to learn how to do it.
All the things that I've heard you speak about, one thing that stayed with me is on one of your lectures you said that keep God in your, important names list. Have him as your emergency call list. And that was such a, transforming thing to hear for me that, we only reach out to him in times of need. But if he's on your quick dial button all the time.
Which means is, if there's anything good, I will first share it there. If there's any question, I will ask there. If there's any problem, I will tell there. उसके बाद नंबर नहीं आता ना किसी और का. मतलब I don't feel the need to then ask anybody else. Earlier we were going the other way around. We were asking everyone else, then we didn't get the answer, then we asked there. Now you're creating that relationship, so obviously you will go to the one where you know you will get the answer, right? Then why should I go to everybody else?
That was such a wonderful and brilliant analysis of mind, spirit, and the body. their interaction, the interdependability, and the need for each other. You control the mind, you control the energy, you control the vibrations, you control your karma, and you find absolutely positive changes coming into your life just by simple changes like meditation, by controlling your desires to a limit, and how we can change the Kalyug to Satyug just by our activity, one person at a time, one step at a time.
It was a very intellectually stimulating session today with Sister Shivani. She also spoke to us about just the power of a single individual soul radiating its vibration into this universe and being able to change the collective universal thought by meditation and love and peace. The essence that she carries in her aura every moment that you're around her. Thank you for watching us on this season where we'll dwell deeper and deeper into territories never covered before. Thank you.